Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? And it's Friday, as Rebecca Black would have said. You know, I came across her on social media the other day and she actually sang live acoustic, and I hate to say this, she was really, really good. I'm really disgusted with myself for that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's ignore that. Today it's Friday, it's request day, and the Patreon BonBon buddies have voted this one in. It was a really close vote, only one vote in it. So let's see what Grand Lakes by Stephen Merrill can give to us. Right, well, the overview is not bad, although that central lake looks a little bit squidgy for my liking. It's alright though, isn't it? You know, very pretty. There's your start square. A start square is okay, I guess. Got the railway running right through the middle, might get in the way. Resources are very much just for field painting, so and then off to the workshop. Network extensions to some train tracks, a bridge, 3 trees and some grasses. The LUT is Clara, and I can't remember what the scene was, but it was there. It was there. You can go back and have a look. Okay, let's flip through. It's quite nice detailing here. Nice little bit of elevation going up there, and then across these rivers. And the river looks pretty busy, very busy in terms of water. Now the road layout seems pretty reasonable here. It's nice and smooth and equidistant all the way. And whatever the theme is, I don't mind the ruin on this as well. Sometimes it can be a little bit too bright. I don't mind this one. It's not overly bad. Although, like I say, that central, again, the central median, probably a little bit of glitching going on all the way. But a lot of you don't care. But I'm going to mention it because it gives me something to talk about for a moment. Rail over road over river is quite smart. Now, have a look at this intersection. Yeah, something fun about this one. We'll be going up that road there, okay? So what we'll do is we'll follow this down. We're going to go over this, and then, obviously, fair, follow it around. Now we'll take the right on this turn off here, over this little bridge here, and around there, and then we start merging into the lane here. And then if we pull back, you can see that this is actually the Happy Frog intersection. Hello, Reddit. The Happy Frog. Anyway, yes, there's not too much wrong with this. A little bit of glitching here. A little bit of glitching where it's just been pushed a little bit too hard. Yeah, anarchy can cause this to happen. And then if we come through here and then move along, there's another little bit of glitching down here as well. Minor stuff. I think we can just let that one go a bit. Not going to moan about it too much. Perfect bridge, maybe? Perfect bridge, anybody? Yeah, okay. And a nice, once again, busy river. Up here, we've got the road to splits. And if we come along, what am I looking for here? Down here is a little bit more glitching. There we are. That's been pushed just a little bit too hard again. Right, we're going to go right here. So, we've got some trees trying to glitch through the side of the concrete. All the detailing problems are very minor issues on this particular map. Nothing that you probably want to change at all, or if you do, just a little decal here and a little smidgy push of the move it tool there. Right, this be the start square, and the start square isn't too bad. Like I say, you've got the rail running right away through the middle. That might get in the way. But it's still nice to have it there. It's very convenient. So let's roll on and go a bit further, shall we? Shall we? Along here, then over that little bit of rail. Nice detailing again with that. Just a little bit overgrown. I like it. I think it's very, very, very cutely done. Perfect bridge there. And another perfect bridge here. We won't bother having a look aside. Look at that one. There's no point. And past some of the field painting there. There's a little glowing of the bright green of the fertile land. Pretty smart. And we'll head up this way towards the fog. But are we going to go to the fog? Well, no sir, we're not going to go to the fog. Or ma'am, of course. There are a few ma'ams, so watch me. You are in the minority, but I appreciate you being there. All the same, ladies. You are the reason why I do this show, not those guys. You're joking. I don't talk to these guys. What would I talk to these guys for, you know? I want to see an ugly bloke, I look in the mirror. Alright, nice detailing of the rocks underneath there as well. That goes off that kind of direction there. But we're going to keep following this highway along. Or are we? Shall I go that way? Where does that go? Where's that go? Oh, it goes all the way off towards the fog. Is it going to the fog? No, it's bending back. No, hang on, I digress. Hang on, where were we? We were here. And then we went over this bridge, and I got easily distracted by it's always a road that way, always a road this way. Yeah, this intersection here, very tidily done again. Nice, simple, basic little detailing, just enough to make it pop. A good intersection, you know. If an intersection is well detailed, it can absolutely make a map. I think you'll find. We don't look at intersections enough, do we, really? This intersection here on the edge of the map. Shall we go off to the fog now and we go onto the rail? Nah, we'll follow it along. We'll follow it along a little bit further, see where this raid takes us. Through the forests, over the rail, alongside the rail, alongside that river. Look at the mountains in the distance, they look really cool as well. Almost like snow-capped. And then down to this intersection. Now, you might recognise this intersection because it's that happy frog Reddit. Okay, the rail, down to ground level. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to call you ugly. But. Oh, dear. Anyway, yes, yep, perfect rail bridge. Perfect rail bridge across here, and then across the road there. Nicely tapered in under this one, and then you can split. I think we'll go right. There are options here. I think we'll go right. Okay. Well, the land is pretty flat, so I don't think we're going to see too many problems with this particular map in terms of rail issues. Everything's pretty smooth and gentle and easy, and it's of course easy to do so when you've got land as flat as this. Question is the land too flat to be interesting? I don't know. You're working with natural barriers then to try and force your city to be different shapes, and we'll go left. Yeah, like the mountains on the edge, rivers and lakes, and of course any existing highway, and probably like forests. Yeah, I'm not so sure. But anyway, yes, it's very flat, but possibly too flat. And at that point, I think we should go and do an asset review. Well done. I'm glad you've been watching. Now, having moaned about not doing enough intersections, I thought we'd do an intersection today. We've never done one before in the asset review, so it's about time. I've not connected it up. I've just plopped it down, and we'll have a look at it. Now, the intersection has been created by the absolute king of intersections. I don't think there's much denial on that. And on top of that, their thumbnails. Their thumbnails for these intersections just make you want to have them. I mean, at the end of the day, the intersections are just an intersection, although they are really nicely made indeed. This one is called a linger, and a linger, do you want to let it linger? And it's kind of a crossroads, a glorified crossroads with two highways, but just to see variations on can add a lot of interest to your map. So yes, I really like this linger by A Gussing Navy. Today's asset of the day, and we are off to Themington Island for the Woodland 4K by Densient theme with the Wild Wilderness LUT. And I think you'll find when we get to that sea, you have a look at this sunset. Oh my goodness me, the sunset is freaking glorious. Just too nice. Right, okay, let's have a look at the factoids for the day. Don't forget, we've got time, don't worry. That little bit of the nose that separates the nostrils is known as the columella nuzzi. Columella nuzzi. Unless you're Daniela Westbrook, in which case it's a little bit of plastic surgery. Who? Daniela? Who? Yeah, you've got to be British. Okay, approximately 500 new human illnesses are discovered each year. And I think 499 of them have been officially confirmed to be just man flu. Variants of man flu. Oh, lovely. Well, thanks very much for that, Mr. Dentient. We've got one more day of you. Now, shipping routes. There aren't any shipping routes if we come down here. We've got a fairly wide river, but there are rapids and low bridges, so probably not a good idea to have shipping routes until you get to the corner. And right in the corner of the map, you've got a shipping route right there in the fog. So you'll have to be playing 81 tiles to be able to get to that, but it is there. It is there, and you can use it, and it is not a bad map right up to the edges. So I think we can allow that. I don't think that's necessarily a big problem. Right, let's have a look at the water flow while we're here. Now, these rivers are actually genuinely flowing. No arrows, but you can actually see the water moving, so that is the important thing. And so on to the squidgy lakes. There's a water source right there, right by the river mouth. And there is a little bit of water movement across most of these arms of the lakes, although it's a little on the light side, but it is moving. And then we've got the river flowing down and into the lakes from this way. So the water flowing in and then getting stopped by the water source at the bottom of the lake is not entirely realistic, but it's alright, I guess. It's not too bad. Just this little area here just seems a little bit odd to me. But there we are. Right, okay, so that's the water flow. Oh, we've got the main river there. And we've got this, oh, the main river's pretty strong. You can see the main river's definitely moving. No question at all there. Now, the overview, the map is quite attractive. Yes, it's field painting's being used, so the vanilla players are going to have a few issues, I think, being able to play it as a true game. But that said, it's okay. This is start square. Oh, is it perfectly flat? It seems perfectly flat. We might stick those topographic lines on in a minute, just to see whether or not. Let me switch them on now, actually. Yeah, I can't see any gradients at all. Let's go and have a look where there might be some gradients, like alongside here. Yeah, you can see the gradients are switched on now. And yeah, you got there, and then over here there's no. It is literally a perfectly flat map. So the question is, do you want a perfectly flat build for building a perfectly oh no, we've got tiered. It's tiered. Ah, no, that's an embankment for the rail building up to the bridge. Okay. So yes, the question is, are you a sort of player that I've switched the lines back off now? Are you a sort of player that wants to have a really easy build surface? I've got to the edge of the map now. We'll switch the fog off. See, these hills are very much just for decoration. They're right on the edge of the map. You can't get into them, and not that you'd want to anyway. And so the big question with this map does appear to be, as attractive and well detailed as it is, do you want a map that is perfectly flat, or do you want something with a little bit of variation in the terrain, just to force your city in different directions? For me, yes, I think I prefer just a little bit of something going on in the middle. Not a hill ridge, just some variations, just to make you think when you're building. But that said, for somebody who's an absolute beginner, a novice, or somebody who really wants... Look at the detailing again down here. Simple stuff, but very nicely done. Yeah, I don't know. Aesthetically, it's a nice looking map. It's good colours, it's crisp, it's sharp. I can't really go too down on it, can I? I'm going to give it 4 stars. It doesn't totally pop, but it's still really nice. Detailing, there are a few minor glitchy bits. Yeah, just a few minor things, and of course I question the realism of the rivers on what is a realistic looking map. 4 stars for detail. Gameplay potential. Yes, it's very playable for the novice. I think as a better player you might want more of a challenge, but that said, I think it's worth 4 stars for gameplay. So Grand Lakes by Stephen Merrill, 4, 4 and 4. I'm not giving it the seal of approval just because it just doesn't entice me enough. I just want a little bit more undulation in the terrain. That's the only problem with this map for me. Plus a minor problem with the glitching. The glitching of those intersections is it's always a little bit annoying when you see that. It's very annoying when you build it and it happens to you. So I accept your problem there, Stephen. Anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What Map series, including the quirky asset of the week, and tonight at 6 o'clock for Friday Fever, Transport Fever with BonBonB. See you then, have a great day, and you'll be very, very welcome.